Can't wait to kill another of Ulfric's boy. Yes.
The General and I have our disagreements, but he's the best hope for both the Empire and Skyrim.
Fancy yourself an alchemist, huh? Never could get the hang of that. The Empress cousin Vittoria Vici is getting... What business do college mages have in a place like Sarthal anyway? It's a place for Nord dead.
I trust this is something important? Ulfric Stormcloak's head rolling away from his lifeless body. The Legion's all. Take, for example, Ulfric Stormcloak and his little rebellion. I'm originally from Cyrodiils, and now, while I'm certain this is all terribly
I'm
interesting
telling
to
you, Ulfric's planning an attack on Whiterun.
He'd be in... There isn't someone... Hjalmarch is an important buffer zone between the rebel forces
That's
and the
not
capital.
what my scouts report, sir.
Ulfric will try
Every
to break
day
through at
more
some
join
point.
his cause. Riften,
Watch yourself.
Dawnstar, and Winterhold support him.
It's not a cause. It's a rebellion.
Call it whatever you...
Everything's all right? Imagine blowing up an entire town.
The Empire's ravenous hunger for Skyrim silver makes them fierce. But rest assured, we'll win the Reach and wrest it from their greedy paws. Then I was wrong about him. You're right, Galmar.
Again.
I'm in no mood to joke.
Give the word, my lord, and Whiterun is yours.
Whiterun is only a means to an end.
I've toured our camps. We're ready, Ulfric. Whenever you are.
Is any man ever ready to give the order that will mean the deaths of many?
No, but neither is every man able to give that order when he must. But you are that man, Ulfric. You've been that man before, and you'll be him again. And these men and women, they call themselves Stormcloaks because they believe in you. They are the meanest, toughest sons of bitches Skyrim has to offer. And they want this. They want this as much as you do. Perhaps they want it more.
You're certain we're ready? Whiterun's army will no doubt be bolstered with legionnaires. And those walls around Whiterun are old, but they still stand.
We are ready. And I might be old myself, but I'll kick those damn walls down with my bare feet, if you would only ask me to do it.
Ha! And I'm sure you could do it too. All right. This is it.
Yes!
Send the word. A new day is dawning, and the sun rises over Whiterun.
Aye, and the sons of Skyrim will greet that dawn, teeth and swords flashing.
So it begins. Make haste to our camp in Whiterun. I want you on the front lines. I have a feeling about you. Your place is on that battlefield. I need you there. Fight well or die well. Talos be with you.
We're taking the city. Meet the brothers gathering for the attack. Fight well or die well. Talos be with you.
We got the...
This is it, men! They say that
Pleasant weather for a war, no?
more than thieves, thugs, and murderers! We are farmers! We are craftsmen! And we have come this far because our cause is true! Because we fight as one! And because our hearts are bursting with anger! What we do here today, we do for our country! For all the true Lords of Skyrim! Whiterun's walls are tall, but they are old and crumbling, like the Empire whose legion lights them. They've barricades to block us, but we'll tear through them, and the Imperials behind them! Our objective is the drawbridge. If we can find a way to drop it, the city will be ours! Everyone on me! Let's show these Imperial milk drinkers what true Lords look like! nothing! Come on, come on!
Good job out there.
My
Still remember how to fight.
Not like this!
taking the city. Meet the brothers gathering for the attack. Fight well or die well. Talos be with you.
Watch it! Good job out there. Glad you were with us.
Done and done.
Late for that, don't you think? Lord. Damned if I let this rabble take my... without raising my own sword.
Where'd you come from?
Call yourself a warrior?
Come on!
Is that the best you can do? Time to finish this! That's it!
Where'd you come from?
Enough! That's enough. I surrender. I surrender. Peace! Everyone stand down. That's an order. Stand down!
What the rebels like. Get to the
Vignar Greymane.
out of Skyrim.
Your family was noticeably absent from the walls. Now I know why. Wouldn't the dagger in the back have sufficed?
You think this is personal? The Empire has no place in Skyrim. Not anymore. And you have no place in Whiterun anymore.
A convenient position to hold now. But mark my words, old man. In the days to come, Ulfric will spread his rebellion thin. And what then? We need the Empire as much as it needs us. We Nords are the Empire. Our blood built it. Our blood sustains it. You, of all people, should know that.
If this was my...
They'll think twice before coming back here. That's for sure.
Whoever I...
Tell me, Vignar, was all this worth it? How many of those corpses lining our streets wear the faces of men who once called you friend?
Is it dragons?
What about their families?
Enough! Both of you! There is a burning city out there that needs a government.
He's right. Galmar, come. Let us restore order.
This isn't over. Hear me, you old fool? This isn't over. And you, a Stormcloak. I'd thought better of you. You'll all come to regret this day.
Get over to Windhelm. Tell Ulfric of our victory here.
I'm pretty sure I killed more. You. I was counting.
They will sing stories of this day.
Thanks. Couldn't have done that without you.
Get over to Windhelm. Tell Ulfric of our victory here.
Staying safe, I hope.
Fight or die well.
The Empire thinks it holds Falkreath from us, but the souls of Skyrim's bravest are buried there and will fill our hearts and strengthen our blades. We've driven the Imperials out of Whiterun. This is good, very good. We now control the center. It's a powerful position, one I aim to keep. We'll call you Ice Veins now, for the thick blood of our land has seeped into your heart. Here, take this. It's an Imperial officer's sword, a fitting weapon to use against our enemy. I suspect you'll be of greater use to us with greater freedom. So you're free to engage the Imperials as you see fit. But I also want you to find our hidden camp in Falkreath. Galmar will have special tasks for you, and will need you when we liberate the capital. Go with the gods. The Empire thinks it's about time they turn their gaze from the heavens back to our bleeding homeland. What do they want? I have the greatest respect for the Greybeards, of course, and the dragon attacks are a growing plague. But the political situation is still delicate. Not all the Jarls are fully committed to supporting me as High King. I can't afford to appear weak. I can't agree to this unless Tullius himself will be there. Council until I know Tullius will be there. The other Jarls could take that as a sign of weakness. I don't need you to teach me how to play high politics in Skyrim. But you're right. There's nothing to be gained by refusing the Greybeard's request. Yes, I'll give Tullius one more chance to quit Skyrim with his tail between his legs.
What business do college mages have? Staying safe, I hope?
What now? If you think it'll help.
Stay away from the Aretino residence. The place is cursed.
If it isn't ice veins, hide them.
I'm a little busy at the moment. I've got all sorts of errands to run.
What do you need?
True, I may look the part of dashing swordsman, but I prefer the art of wit to that.
I don't abide fancy clothes.
Make it quick. I get enough to I trust this is some... The Greybeards. What do those old Why, there's nothing to discuss as long as that traitor Ulfric is in arms against his rightful emperor. They are getting to be a problem. But I wasn't sent to Skyrim to fight dragons. My job is to quell this rebellion, and I intend to do just that. Dragons or no dragons. Has he? I suppose he doesn't want to miss a chance to bluster about the Empire's many crimes. He's probably hoping I'll refuse so he can blame the Empire for being unreasonable. I think I'll have to disappoint him yet again. Yes, fine. I'll come to this Greybeard Council. For all the good it will do.
Talking peace with Ulfric? You must be an optimist.
The Greybeards have called a peace council at High Hrothgar. And can you believe it? Both Ulfric Stormcloak and General Tullius have agreed to go.
So, you've done it. The men of violence are gathered here, in these halls whose very stones are dedicated to peace. I should not have agreed to host this council. The Greybeards have no business involving ourselves in such matters. Peace? I doubt it. They may put their weapons down for a moment, but only to gather strength for the next bloodletting. They are not yet tired of war. Far from it. Do you know the ancient Nord word for war? Season unending. And so it has proved. But regrets are pointless. Here we are. Take your seat at the council table, and let us see what wisdom we can find among these warriors of Skyrim.
So, Arngeir, is it? You know why we're here. Are you going to let us in or not?
You are not invited here. You are not welcome here.
We have as much right to be at this council as all of you. More, actually, since we were the ones that put the Dragonborn on this path.
Were you? Hubris of the Blades truly knows no bounds.
Delphine, we're not here to rehearse old grudges. The matter at hand is urgent. Aldruin must be stopped. You wouldn't have called this council if you didn't agree. We know a great deal about the situation and the threat that Aldruin poses to us all. You need us here if you want this council to succeed.
Very well. You may enter. Why? Now that everyone is here, please take your seats so we can begin. I hope that we have all come here in the spirit of...
You insult us by bringing her to this negotiation? You're Chief Talos Hunter?
That didn't take long.
Hear, hear.
I have every right to be at this negotiation. I need to ensure that nothing is agreed to here that violates the terms of the White Gold Concordat.
She's part of the Imperial delegation. You can't dictate who I bring to this council.
Please, if we have to negotiate the terms of the negotiation, we will never get anywhere. Perhaps this would be a good time to get the Dragonborn's input on this matter.
Vaismir's beard. The nerve of those Imperial bastards, eh? To think that we would sit down with that Thalmor bitch. I say she walks, or we walk. Maybe so, but bringing her here is a deliberate provocation. We need to show Tullius we won't be pushed around. We're off to a good start.
Very well, Ulfric. Enjoy your petty victory. The Thalmor will treat with whatever government rules Skyrim. We would not think of interfering in your civil war.
Ha! Skyrim will never bow to the Thalmor. Unlike your Imperial friends here.
You're lucky I respect the Greybeard's counsel, Galmar.
Legate, we represent the Emperor here.
Sorry, sir. It won't happen again.
Now that that's settled, may we proceed?
One moment.
Here we go.
I just want to make clear that the only reason I agreed to attend this council was to deal with the Dragon Menace. I have no authority to negotiate a permanent settlement, unless Ulfric is ready to sue for peace and turn himself over to Imperial justice.
Master Arngir,
We're here to arrange a temporary truce to allow the Dragonborn here to deal with the dragons, nothing more. We consider even sitting down to talk with these rebels more than generous.
Enough posturing, Tullius. If you came to talk, let's get on with it.
Fine. Let's get this over with.
Are we ready to proceed? General Tullius, Jarl Ulfric, this council is unprecedented. We are gathered here at the Dragonborn's request. I ask that you all respect the spirit of High Hrothgar and do your best to begin the process of achieving a lasting peace in Skyrim. Who would like to open the negotiations?
Our terms are simple. Riften must be returned to Imperial control. That's our price for agreeing to a truce.
Elisif, are you really going to be a party to this foolishness? Do you really think Ulfric will just turn Riften over because some Imperial general barked an order?
That's quite an opening demand, Tullius.
Ulfric, and be taking this demand seriously.
Come on, Tullius. You can't seriously expect us to just hand over Riften at the negotiating table. You haven't been able to take it back yet. Why should we give it up now?
I am sure General Tullius does not expect something for nothing.
Of course not. What will you offer for Riften, Tullius? Some empty promises? Maybe some more Imperial bluster?
Enough, Galmar.
Jarl Ulfric, what would you want in return?
First, let me be clear. The Sons of Skyrim know from bitter experience that talking to the Empire is a waste of time. Or worse, Imperial promises are simply a way to lull you while they prepare a dagger for your back.
Aye, we haven't forgotten Markarth, Tullius.
But I accept the Dragonborn's invitation to this council, and I at least will negotiate in good faith. The council was your idea, huh? So tell us, what do you think Riften is worth? Yes, with Markarth in our hands, we'll be able to raid the Imperial supply lines out of Solitude. You heard the man, Tullius. And Tullius, we've made you a fair offer. If you're really serious about this truce, you need to reconsider.
You disappoint me, Dragonborn. I accepted your invitation to this council, despite your known association with the rebels. But it seems you have no intention of dealing fairly with me. I can see now that this is not a negotiation at all. I know you, Ulfric. You have no intention of coming to terms. You're here to blacken the Empire's name, and I won't be party to it. If you think you can hold Riften, you're as deluded as you've always been. Soon enough, I'll have you back under the headsman's axe, and this time there won't be any dragon to save you.
As always, the Empire's fine words are worth nothing.
Stop! Are you so blind to our danger that you can't see past your petty disagreements? Here you sit arguing about nothing, while the fate of the land hangs in the balance.
Is he with you, Delphine? If so, I advise you to tell him to watch his tongue.
He is with me. And I advise you both to listen to what he has to say before you do anything rash.
Don't you understand the danger? Don't you understand what the return of the dragons means? Aldruin has returned, the World Eater. Even now he devours the souls of your fallen comrades. He grows more powerful with every soldier slain in your pointless war. Can you not put aside your hatred for even one moment in the face of this mortal danger?
I don't know about the end of the world, but this dragon situation has gotten out of hand. If this truce will help the Dragonborn here put an end to that menace, we both gain. Remember that, Ulfric. Now, back to the matter at hand. You know I can't agree to these terms. The Emperor would repudiate this treaty, and I would be recalled.
Swords, bones, where will these demands end?
Out with it, then.
We want compensation for the massacre at Karthwasten.
You slaughtered the very people you claim to be fighting for. True sons of Skyrim would never do such things.
Damned Imperial lies. My men would never stoop to such methods, even in retaliation for
This is
your
our
butchery
homeland,
at-
Tullius. All the blood spilled in this war is on your head.
So, Dragonborn, what do you say? I should have known better than to expect you to give us a fair hearing. Once again, the Empire takes the blame for the crimes of others. Don't hand me a mug of sheep's piss and call it Colovian brandy. Turn to Imperial control. The traitor Skull the Elder will be replaced with a more loyal candidate.
What next, Tullius? Shall I just hand over all of Skyrim?
I guess I have no choice but to let the Dragonborn decide, although I'm starting to doubt your fairness. So, Dragonborn, what do you say? As I expected, you favor your friends. Come on, Ulfric. You have to give a little ground here. The dragons are a threat to us both.
Damn Imperial arrogance.
I'm listening.
Never mind. I can see that these are the best terms we'll get from this council. So be it. The Empire at least puts the greater good above our own interests.
It seems we may have an agreement. Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, these are the terms currently on the table. Riften will be handed over to Imperial control. Jarl Layla Lawgiver will step down, and Maven Blackbriar will become the Jarl of Riften. The Empire will withdraw its troops from the Reach, allowing Ulfric's forces unhindered access to Markarth. Jarl Igmund will go into exile, with Thongvor Silverblood taking his place as Jarl of Markarth. You both agree to this?
The sons of Skyrim will live up to their agreements, as long as the Imperials hold to theirs. What about you, Elisif? Are these terms to your liking? Speak up! I'm sure General Tullius is waiting to do your bidding.
I have nothing to say to that murderer. General, you've proven yourself a good friend to Skyrim. I continue to trust that you will do your utmost to safeguard our interests.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. I appreciate your loyalty. These terms blatantly favor the rebels. Everyone here knows that. But the Empire will accept them until the Dragon Menace is dealt with. After that, Ulfric, there will be a reckoning. Count on it.
Now that the Empire has been driven from the Reach, we can put a stop to the raping of our silver mines. That silver belongs in Skyrim.
Legate with me. We have a lot of work to do.
Giving up Riften is a heavy price to pay for this truce, Dragonborn. I hope it was worth it.
Jarl Vignar, I assume you are familiar with the Dragonborn's plan?
Yes, I'm ready to do my part. Just say the word, and my men will help you spring this trap.
But the difficulty remains how to lure a dragon to Dragon's Reach at all.
By Talos, that's an excellent question. I hope you haven't forgotten that little detail.
I believe I can be of help here. I anticipated the problem. While you were arranging this meeting, I was busy in the library of Skyhaven Temp, an unguessed trove of lost lore. But the important thing is that the Blades recorded many of the names of dragons they slew. Cross-referencing this with Delphine's map of dragon burial sites, I believe I've identified one of the dragons that Aldruin has raised up. Don't you see? The names of dragons are always 3 words of power, shouts. By calling the dragon with the voice, he will hear you wherever he might be. He's not compelled to, but dragons are prideful by nature and loath to refuse a challenge. Your voice in particular is likely to intrigue this dragon after your victory over Aldruin. I think it's very likely that he will be unable to resist investigating your call. Ah, indeed. I'm no master of the voice, like these worthy gentlemen, but it is written here in this scroll. Oda Ving, winged snow hunter, as I read it.
And I return to Whiterun to get my men ready to help trap this dragon.
There's one more thing we know about Paarthurnax, the dragon that the Greybeards have been protecting for all these years. He needs to die. He deserves to die. And it falls to you to kill him. Until he's dead. Well, I'm sorry, but we would dishonor our oaths as blades if we continue to help you. Make your choice, Dragonborn. You're either with us or against us. Here's the big picture. He helped Alduin enslave our ancestors. He may have betrayed Alduin in the end, but that makes him worse, not better. We can't afford to give Paarthurnax the opportunity to betray us in turn and return to his old master. If they had their way, you do nothing but sit up on their mountain with them and talk to the sky or whatever it is they do. The Greybeards are so afraid of power that they won't use it. Think about it. Have they tried to stop the Civil War or done anything about Alduin? No. And they're afraid of you, of your power. Trust me, there is no need to be afraid. Think of Tiber Septim. Do you think he'd have founded the Empire if he'd listened to the Greybeards?
What now? If you think it'll help. Do you need something? All right, let's see what you have.
many things I wish to buy. Haggling with you can be so entertaining. I do so love dealing with mortals.
We have nothing to talk about until Parthenax is dead.
The Greybeards have arranged a truce between the Stormcloaks and Imperials. How long can such be?
I don't know how you talked the Jarl into this plan of yours.
Time, you are Dora, Dragon Lord.
When I return to Whiterun, I'll get my men ready to help
I've been
trap
looking for
this
you.
dragon.
Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. I got this from a pretty excited-looking dark elf around Raven Rock. He said it was important I got it to you as soon as I could. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
All hail the Dragonborn.
I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I... Got to keep my eyes open.
We're ready, Dragonborn. Just say the word. As I promised, my men stand ready. The great chains are oiled. We wait on your word. My men know what to do. Make sure you do your part. I'm putting my city in your hands. Go ahead and call this dragon of yours. We're ready. we're ready. Have a plan for luring a dragon here, yeah? Go ahead and call this dragon of yours. We're ready. Go ahead and call this dragon of yours. We're ready.
Ubonar, you went to a great deal of trouble to put me in this humiliating position. In Sir Aldruin, No doubt you want to know where to find Aldruin. Renikvaza, an apt phrase. Aldruin Boval. One reason I came to your call was to test your Thuum for myself. Many of us have begun to question Alduin's lordship, whether his Thuum was truly the strongest. Among ourselves, of course, Muni Mae, none were yet ready to openly defy him. Once Lord Croesus, innumerable pardons, I digress. He has traveled to Sovngarde to regain his strength, devouring the Silesure, the souls of the mortal dead, a privilege he jealously guards. His door to Sovngarde is at Skuldafn, one of his ancient fanes high in the eastern mountains. Mindoran pa ok midove navarantil. I surely do not need to warn you that all his remaining strength is marshaled there. Zuulost ofan hinlan. Now that I have answered your question, you will allow me to go free? Serve you? No. Need id. If and when you defeat Aldruin, I will reconsider. Croesus. There is one detail about Skaldafn I neglected to mention. Only this. You have the Thuum of Adova, but without the wings of one, you will never set foot in Skaldafn. Of course, I could fly you there, but not while imprisoned like this. Onikan Korav Gain Mirad. It is wise to recognize when you only have one choice. And you can trust me. Zuni Tarudis. Aldruin has proven himself unworthy to rule. I go my own way now. Free me, and I will carry you to Skaldafn.
Sir, you have no idea how long I have waited for such an opportunity. I would be most appreciative if you would permit me to perform some tests on you, purely in the interests of the advancement of knowledge. I assure you, you will not even notice me. Most of them are hardly painful at all to a large dragon such as yourself.
Something to tell. You sure about that? You want to let that dragon loose after all the trouble to catch him in there? Your funeral. Someone else is gonna have to help you get him back in there again.
What are you doing?
Get ready to open the trap. This seems like a really bad idea to me.
Carry on, soldier. This is all part of the Dragonborn's plan.
Nu, dini dein Rufe Astral. Are you ready to see the world as only Adova can? Are you ready to see the world as only Adova can? Are you ready to see the world as only Adova can? Are you ready to see the world as only Adova can? Saran Uth, I await your command as promised. Are you ready to see the world as only Adova can? Zukbrit Oth, I warn you, once you've flown the skies of Kaizal, your envy of the Dove will only increase. Amativ, Mubokotin Stinselok. This is as far as I can take you. Griffboth Akrin. I will look for your return, or Alduin's.